Yeah, I know a lot of people are scared, like AI taking the jobs, but people don't realize that every generation this happens, right? Way back in the day, everyone rode horses, the cars came. People were like, oh man, what's going to happen to all the people making horse saddles or, like, people forget like all the horses in the streets with like shit behind them. Someone had a job actually shoving the shit, right? All these jobs went away, right? And of course they transferred to like, making cars, mechanics, right? So I just think this happens every generation. I think the challenge is now, I don't think we figured out what the next job is, right?
Yes, and I like the analogy you use for a horse because it reminds me of a quote Henry Ford said is if I have go out
Yeah.
there and ask people, people will tell me to make a better horse,
Yeah.
and I think that's sometimes true with AI right now is people are not seeing what from optimism view or what could happen with AI, and regardless of what kind of jobs with AI will make sense. I think that once that kind of takes time, but also it's almost certain that those who don't use AI will be lag behind in this
Yeah.
in
What's
the
the
job
saying? Like
price.
AI is not going to take your job. The person you do your job better with AI is going to take your job or something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
yeah,
I
exactly.
know someone did a post on LinkedIn a couple of days ago. Some law firm. He was talking about how there's a big law firm. Like they said, like have 100 lawyers, like 30 junior lawyers.
Hmm.
They usually when there's a big case, they have like all the junior lawyers do the research. And so they
Hmm.
did an experiment. They had like the junior lawyers do the research and ChatGPT. And said ChatGPT is way better, right? So now they're like laying off all the lawyers, right?
Hmm.
But so my thing is like, is that good or bad, or maybe those junior lawyers should have used AI to make the job better, right?
I think it's short term from a short term interest perspective. It might be a negative thing, but from a long term, it's almost always a positive. It's a net positive outcome. And and then one of the things is because it just right now the world has so many uncertainty and nuance. Like for example, if the law firm they just apply AI, I assume in today's system they will get pushbacks from potentially from their clients
Mhm.
from, and then that's because right now the system is kind of undergoing adoption,
Yeah.
and when it's undergoing adoptions, it's really easy to for like this specific small niche adoption to provide negative outcome just because all the other part of system are not operating under the incentive of using it or leveraging it.
Yeah, I agree. So next, so I'm sure, like you get advice, right? Can you break it down how, like, for your advice, how do you decipher